Hey guys, new pen owner here, doing a quick video on Scared Stiff that I bought recently. Very happy with my purchase. Needs a little bit of love, but nothing too crazy. While I have been slowly bringing it, not really back to life, just getting things, squared away and dialed in, I went ahead and did the Deadhead mod myself here. I know you can buy kits for this, and that's well and dandy, but I read up on it, and it wasn't too bad of a job, so I wanted to give it a try, and it came out really well, as you can see. The light source for these is the 6 tails that you have to complete to get Scared Stiff. So basically, like if you complete Bony Beast, the red eyes light up, Monster's Lab, the blue eyes light up, etc. And if you want to see how to do it really quick, I'm going to set the camera down so I can tilt the plate up. Now, this isn't going to be like a complete walkthrough on how to do it, but ultimately what you have to do is you have to bring into play some of these connectors here. You have to bring into play the male side of the connector here. This is a 3x3 style mail-in Molex connector. So 3x3, 3 row, 3 column, a total of 9 pins. Now you don't need all 9 pins. As you can see here, I only had to introduce, it looks like 2 of them for the yellow socket and 3, oh, it's a little out of focus there, 3 for the red socket. So you don't need you're not going to introduce 9 pins, but it's just easier to use the reciprocating mail-in 3x3. These connectors right here are already hardwired into the game. Scared Stiff was notorious for cost cutting, and unfortunately the Deadhead Light Up Eyes mod was one of the things that got cut off. But these are already waiting for you, so if you can do the correct wiring, it's a relatively straightforward process. So the way to get it out, there's just 2 Phillips head screws, one right there and one right there, and then you just bring this back. There are 2 itty bitty little black spacers. Probably can't see it here, but there's one on each screw. There's one right there and one right there. So when you do it, just take it slow. Make sure you have plenty of light, because they do tend to fall out. After that, you just pull it right off, and then you can get to work. I use just dabs of hot glue to hold the LEDs in. These are 5mm LEDs, so if you jump on eBay or whatever, get a quick source. They're just 5mm. They're big LEDs, big eye sockets in the back. So once I had them in place, I just used hot glue, and they settled in nicely. As far as the schematic itself, I didn't really use a schematic. I just said, okay, so for the blue lights, I used red and black wires. You can use whatever you want, but I just kept it at red and black. So the red wire goes to the red wire with brown stripe on the machine side, and the black wire goes to the yellow with blue striped wire on the machine side. And I just went down the list and wrote it all out. So like Monster's Lab here, Bony Beast, Terror from the Crate, etc. The setup I used, the 2 LEDs, you're going to have, if you have 2 LEDs side by side, unfortunately I didn't plan this out. In fact, you know what, I'll just do it real quick to make it easy for y'all. If anyone wants to do this and they just need a video to give themselves a little bit of confidence, I don't mind getting stuff out really quickly. Let's see, the LEDs. Let's see. Alright, so we'll just use these really quickly. Alright, there's that. Okay. Oh, it's really hard to get them to stay straight. Alright, okay, so pretend these are your LEDs for the blue eyes on Scared Stiff. The longer end is the cathode, and the shorter end is the anode. So you have cathode, anode, cathode, anode. If you were holding the skull plastic from behind, so you're going to go ahead and insert the lights in, this would be the left socket, this would be the right socket, as if you were the skull's POV, left socket, right socket. And what you want to make sure you do is put a 100 ohm resistor on this guy right here, on this anode. If you do not, the machine will send too much current and it will burn the LEDs out. So just make sure you do that. This doesn't really need anything. Some people put a diode on the cathode. You can do that if you want. It's kind of overkill. All you really need is a 100 ohm resistor here. If you want to make sure you get the right thing, oh, where are they? They're nothing fancy. Where did I put them? I should have thought, where? There they are. Come on. They are 100 ohm, quarter watt, 5%. So 5%, don't worry about that. It's very negligible, plus or minus a certain amount of wattage or ohmage. Very, very minor. So 100 ohm, quarter watt resistors is what you need to do that. And that's really the setup at that point. The anode here and the cathode here, the inner leads, you just twist them together and solder them. And then going back to the diagram I showed you earlier, one of these will go to the red wire. I think this one goes to the black wire and this one goes to the red wire. I didn't shoot this video with the intention of sharing all the information. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I just didn't prepare accordingly. This is almost just an impromptu video if anyone actually wants to do this on their own. So anyway, if you have questions or you want to know how to do it, MPO on Pinside, I don't mind walking anybody through it. It's a real easy mod, and it adds quite a bit to the game, so looks good. That's it in a nutshell. I appreciate your time. Nothing fancy with the video, just a quick documentary there, or a quick documenting of what I've done so far. So thank you very much.